let's fully recap the San Diego Comic-Con. I also have a full written blog post if you want to read it rather than listen to it. So let's get started. Comic-Con started last week Wednesday, but actually the big day was Thursday, the start of the Comic-Con itself, and it ended on Sunday. This year was the first time we had an in-person event due to the pandemic, and it was awesome to see all the cosplayers and all the booths. But I'm mostly going to recap some of the major announcements that were made over the weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't part of the Comic-Con, but hopefully I will be at Comic-Con Africa later this year. If you want to support that, then there's a link in the description so you can support my trip to Comic-Con Africa that will take place in September. I can't touch on all the announcements that were made over the weekend, but I'm mostly going to focus on some of the bigger announcements by Marvel Studios and DC and some of the TV shows. One of the biggest panels over the weekend was the DC Warner Bros. Panel that featured the premiere of the Shazam! The Fury of the Gods trailer. I think some of the cast members were also in attendance and they talked a little about the movie and what's it gonna be like. And I saw the trailer and I'm pretty excited for it. It looks like a fun, goofy film, just like the first one. And I hope they keep the feel of the first movie because it was one of the best DCEU movies so far. And Black Adam also showed up. The Rock showed up in costume to reveal a new short trailer of his upcoming movie Black Adam. Hopefully this means that we will get a Black Adam vs. Shazam movie in the future, since they are enemies in the comics and only their movies featured in the Warner Bros. DC panel over the weekend. The Flash and Batman also showed up in the Shazam trailer, so hopefully that's some good news. Hopefully we'll get to see more of Ben Affleck's Batman in the future. Another big reveal over the weekend was the D&D movie. The movie is called Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, and it stars Chris Pine. They also dropped a trailer over the weekend. If you're excited about this as I am, then go check out the trailer, and I hope the movie won't let us down. The trailer looks amazing with some of the D&D characters. If you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, then you might have spotted a few of the creatures that are part of the lore of D&D. So hopefully the movie won't disappoint. George R.R. Martin, the writer of the Game of Thrones books, also had a panel with the showrunners of the upcoming Game of Thrones spin-off House of Dragon. They talked about the show and a new trailer was also released. When you watch the trailer you can get a little more a feel of what the show will be like, and hopefully it will be good. To me it looks good. I know it received some backlash, but that's not so big. So on to the biggest announcement over the weekend, the Marvel panel. Marvel Studios had the panel on Friday to announce some of their animated shows, which includes X-Men 97, the reboot of the 90s X-Men show, What If Season 2, and a spin-off, Marvel Zombies. But one of the biggest announcements was Spider-Man Freshman Year, and it included a look at the return of Daredevil. Marvel Studios had their big panel, announcing 11 projects that will make up Phase 5 that will start next year in February with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and it will end in May 2024 with Captain America The New World Order. And seeing as Phase 4 received some backlash, the new announcement made me pretty excited because there were a few projects that I'm definitely looking forward to. I will get to them now. Marvel also announced Phase 6. I will start with a Fantastic Four film in November of 2024, and it will include 2 Avengers movies, Avengers The Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. We knew Kang would be a big villain in these new phases, and we also knew that we will explore the multiverse even more in the future. So seeing Avengers Secret Wars, maybe that will be how they bring in the mutants, or maybe they'll do it in another way because there was no X-Men or mutants announcement over the year. Maybe they're saving it for D23 that will take place in September. The projects that were announced include a new season of Loki, which we already knew, Ironheart, Secret Invasion, Echo the Agatha Coven of Chaos, which is a spin-off of WandaVision, and lastly a new Daredevil show called Daredevil Born Again, which will see Charlie Cox reprise his role. it will be one of the longest Marvel shows. Hopefully they pick up where the Netflix shows stopped, and that the character will be the same and that we'll still get the same gritty characters. Marvel also released Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Logan is R-rated on Disney Plus over the weekend, which might mean we might get a TVMA project in the future. And we also know that Deadpool 3 will be R-rated, but there wasn't an announcement of Deadpool yet. We know that the writers are already getting away and there's a director. So hopefully we'll get an announcement on that, as well as some other Marvel projects at D23. You can read a longer recap in my blog, as I said earlier. Also, if you can, please support my trip to Comic-Con Africa, which will take place in September. Hopefully I will be able to provide more content and more info as we get closer to Comic-Con Africa. It will take place in Johannesburg, and I'm really excited to be part of the media team or the content creators team. You can subscribe to my blog, link will be in the description, or you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or any other social media site. Follow me, subscribe to my YouTube, like this video, and share with your friends.